Howdy folks, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Stellaris. Currently we're playing, of course, as the human species, particularly focused on psionics. My name is Sonelias, and let's hope you get to enjoy today's episode. So let's first off check out where we stand at the moment. We just founded a new colony down here, in the what I basically branded the southern sector, and at the moment we are moving our fleet here, which is really our main fleet, down towards the actual hostile pirate fleet here. Now one of the things I do want to do, I want to basically make sure that on Earth I will be able to, of course, deal with new ships I'm going to be building. So if I'm not mistaken, it's on one of these planets here. I think it's actually Sirius. It's Alpha Centauri, my bad. I can actually upgrade this to a higher level, which is good. I think I'll actually do that for all of them, at least for the major ones. I don't have enough resources for that, so okay, perfect. So we're going to be tracking this fleet here as it departs. Sorry, not Sirius Prime, we're going to be tracking the fleet here as it departs. And we're going to keep an eye on them quite nicely. As you can see, they're forming up quite nicely here straight away. Flying off into the unknown. About to jump once they reach that jump point. We should of course see them starting up their jump engines and then, yep, entering hyperlanes shortly. Alright, there we go. We are in system here. Ready to of course engage the enemy fleet. Check out what we're going to be able to do here. Is there any movement on their part? No, not yet. Let's just set a course for them. Quite blocky designs, I would say, these ships, but I guess that's just the ship design I've chosen. Now once I've actually been through this battle here, my next thoughts are to basically
hostile
get into upgrading these ships here. Alright, the fleet is breaking down into its components, engaging the enemy as you see, using the various different weapons, and of course we do have relatively strong shields at the front here, but they are being weakened. In the meantime we are already taking down the enemy. So we're down to, oh, we're still at the same strength. They are down from 1.8 down to 1.1. We are slowly taking some damage here. So we're still at 8.1.
Situation log updated.
Ooh, actually, did we just gain some strength? It looks like it. It does look like it. Interesting. So, have I got a signed ship nearby? I'm not quite sure. Let's have a look. The signed ship here. I'm going to send them in here to, of course, survey the system as well. So what I suspect here is that the Admiral gained a level. Yep, he did gain a level. Or she did gain a level, I probably should say. Alright, let's have a look at the fleet. Probably even better yet, let's have a look at the actual colony that we got here. Now we're still building this space station here. It's under construction. Alright, they gained access to that, so joined the Federation. Let's have a quick look here at some of the planets that we got here. Now I can do some mining here if I wanted to. I think I will do at least a little bit of mining. What else can I build here? I can actually... Following a long period of growing support from the Association of High Technology, the Lilith Tranquil Mandate has finally embraced the faction, adopting their core values and policies. They have become more materialist. Good. Right, let's see what's happened here. It's fine. This one is able to upgrade at some point in the future. Migration treaty.
Debris analyzed.
Let's offer them a migration treaty here as well. Ah. Perfect. So, who do we just speak to? These guys here. No, can't get into the Federation as of yet. Maybe at some point I just need to start my own Federation here. We'll see. Just need to see how things go. I do know I need to basically heal up a little bit. At least my fleet needs to heal up a little bit.
Research complete.
We finished some research, the railgun, which is good. Our next one here is going to be the carrier operations. I'm going to be able to get carriers into commission as well. So probably put some new designs down for that purpose. But, let's see how that goes. Is that one finished yet? Yes, it is. So what I can now do, I can actually heal this one up here. And once it's healed up, I should be able to, of course, go for the next system where I got pirates.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
Alright. So more systems I can actually perform upgrades on. Let's hold off on that one. Actually, where is this one? It's not this one here. So I can just upgrade it as much as I want. Solar panels. Add it to the mix. Of course, these guys here are being repaired. Perfect. Let's move on to the next system here. Or maybe I should first build another colony ship here. Look at the price of that colony ship. It's dropped so much. Well, I guess it must have been a good investment. Why did I even have that trade deal? Okay. That would be an interesting planet again to add to our collection here.
Construction complete.
We're going to basically put some more mining facilities in place here. So this one could still be upgraded if I had enough resources for it. Right. That's within their space, but only just barely.
Research complete.
Only just barely. So there's some extra planets here, like a tropical
Hostile
one.
station
A
engaged.
tropical one. Ooh, we just completed some research. Shields. Ooh, what's the next one we want to go for? I think these energy storage capacity antimatter power options here. So look at this fleet engaging its enemies here. It's pretty fast engagement, as you can see. Seem to be taking them down relatively quickly again. Again, I just want to make sure, of course. Whoa, that's intense. I like it.
Situation log updated.
We recovered his strong room. Interesting. There's hardly anything in there, but yeah. That's. Do we need to repair anything at all? Nope. Looks like we did lose a ship here, unfortunately. Let's send that research project in. Let's send them on to the next location. Sweet. So what are we focusing in on? Are we focusing in on the other fleet or on the station? I'm not quite sure. We are suffering some damage. It's not massive, but we are still suffering damage. Look at the intensity again of that. It's so intense. Wow.
Situation log updated.
Still at 7.9.
Situation log
their stations,
updated.
which is good. We can now send it back for repairs.
Research
Great.
complete.
Finish some more research. Hypercom forum. Ooh, crew quarters and engineering bay. Autocuratium vault. What does that do? A highly specialized computerized network constantly acquiring, analyzing, and evaluating, putting on display everyday artifacts it deems as impending historical importance, creating a living museum of the present and a window into the zeitgeist. It's an interesting one to have, but I'm going to go for the crew quarters first. It's a short one, only 12-month one. More to be done here. And I'm going to survey the system afterwards. In the meantime, that colony ship is now ready to deploy here. So I'm sending them down. And of course I'm going to upgrade this one here to a far higher level. Let's go back to some of the other ones. Making sure, of course, I got all the irrelevant bits on there already. This one can still be upgraded. Same with this one, but we do need to wait for a little bit
Construction
more
complete.
energy to become available. There we go. Why have we got two assembly yards here? Okay, we're going to get rid of this one here.
Debris analyzed.
I think I'll do that at least. Okay. So this system here, we're going to build some new cruisers here, I think. We should have built some battleships.
Construction complete.
Design will automatic generate, but will not update.
Construction complete.
Okay. Now let's look at the services here, just to be on the safe side, making sure there's no upgrades available. There is for this one here. Got a building space here available that we don't have anything in there yet. Leaving it as is for the moment being. Food production, we're in a nice position, I would say. And looking at actually our plan around food, let's have a brief look at our actual policies and edicts. Food stockpile, we're going to basically do a large stockpile as opposed to balanced. I know it's going to reduce my growth rate for a while, but that should be fine.
Debris analyzed.
Perfect. Mysteries, there's still points of interest, and of course there's that Voltom homeworld. Alright, our fleet here. Can we upgrade these guys? Yes. Yes we can. But before we do that, bear with me 1 second. Let's actually double check that we have got no extra options on those ships that we can actually still put onto there that we actually haven't put on there yet. It's a small railgun, number 3, which is fine, good. Looks like it's already at top level. Destroyer. Again, all at top level already. So perfect, and then the cruiser here. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that as well. And these guys here, it looks like there has not been any upgrades done to this ship whatsoever. So what do we got for the energy siphon here? Extra shield damage, which is okay. Interesting, but let's go for the ion disruptors here. 39. I think I'm going to put some large ones of this. I'm going to put the medium ones in there. So I'm going to put the medium ones of this one in here. I'm going to put large lasers in there. And what else could I pick up here? Plasma throwers. Or energy siphons. That's range 40. That is range 40. And what is that kind of range? Range 30. Wow. 40 again. So I can actually go for missiles for the smaller ones. Should still give me a decent range. In terms of what I got here, it looks like we basically can upgrade this quite nicely. Higher level shields actually have become available. Just gonna put an extra power supply on here. Just to facilitate all of this. And can I put some shield capacitors on there? Yes, I can. So it looks like this is going to be quite an expensive design, but there's a lot of firepower on this ship here, as you can see. I haven't even actually touched upon these options here. Okay. So that's the latest upgraded version of that design. Now I do have, of course, the option of upgrading these shields here as well. It does look like I do need to basically put some extra power on here now. Okay. That should do the trick for now. Let's have a look at the destroyer. We probably want to... I already got the latest shields on that one, so that's fine. And the Corvette, I haven't got the latest shields yet, so let's do that as well. I do have the latest power supplies on there. Small railgun is on there. I might have to get rid of this entry here. Hold on. If I put that in a big one, and I then put the shield in a smaller slot, maybe 2, but I can actually get rid of the capacitor here. No, I do need more power here, as you can see, to make this a viable design again. I would ideally, of course, want to put those afterburners in there again. Yes, that seems to work fine. Good. Job done. So let's get that clock running again. Let's go over to my fleet here, which is currently being upgraded. Let's put them back in the upgrade option here.
Research complete.
We finished some research. Basic fighter base, good.
Construction complete.
Advanced afterburners or advanced railguns. Let's go for those railguns. We can again upgrade some of these structures here. The Aramarti are now becoming, of course, available here. They're one of the species I actually had upgraded, or yeah, uplifted, I should probably say.
Debris analyzed.
This planet of theirs doesn't have a spaceport yet. We cannot afford to build one, really. I need 360, that's right. So I need 360 before I can actually build one. And then I want to basically build a colony ship here as well. I would like to trade for minerals, that's fine. Perfect.
Construction
so now
complete.
I should be able to, of course, build one here. Build one with missiles.
Construction complete. Debris analyzed.
Can be upgraded.
Research complete.
Finish more research, crew quarters, engineering base, etc. etc. Army upkeep can be reduced, but we can also go for the hydroponic farms upgrade. Let's go for the hydroponic farms.
Construction complete.
A new factions recently gained traction in the internal political landscape of the Psychic Foundation, led by Governor Kara Stanley. They call themselves the Popular Vote Council. Okay, what does the Popular Vote Council want? What kind of factions have we got at the moment? Well, that's quite interesting. They already give me straight away some benefits here. Now, what are the key characteristics of these people? Anti-autocratic, free movement and reproductive freedom. Anti-caste. Okay. These guys are quite happy, it looks like. These guys here are not the happiest yet, but we can actually try to make them happier. Non-species white slavery. Okay. And these guys here, we're trying to basically get rid of them. Alright, let's have a look. These guys here are quite happy with us. Let's see what we can actually offer them in terms of maybe an active sensor link. Let's do them an instant transfer. Let's give them a few resources here. They should be quite happy to accept that. Yep, perfect. Alright, let's have a look at our fleet. Looks like our fleet is still being upgraded here. But in the meantime, I'd like to be able to, of course, upgrade some of our stations here as well. I can, of course, put an engineering bay here, which allows me to do repairs a lot quicker. Crew quarters, ship upkeep is reduced. Cruiser assembly yard. I'm going to go for the engineering bay here. Let's go for the crew quarters here. I'd really like to have some crew quarters pretty much everywhere if I can. Because crew quarters, of course, is a good addition to any of the ones that you can think of here. Observatory, and then, of course, the engineering synchronized defenses. Plus, I might want to upgrade this to the next level. Again, I need to basically get some extra resources in there for that, but let's see how that goes.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
Perfect. Ooh, that's an interesting resource.
Complete. Construction complete. Construction complete. Construction complete.
Alright, lots of these were completed. And as you can see, that's increased my naval capacity up to an even higher level now. So one of the things I should be able to do now as well is basically build colony ships around that world there. So if we go, well, still not finished, but okay. you should get the idea. Just colonize that world and place the founding blocks over here. Latent psionics.
Colonization in progress.
We still need some more of this type, so we need to go up to 15k.
Incoming transmission.
Cool. So they want us to give them one of these resources for energy credit and minerals. I don't really have a shortage of any of those, but yeah, if that's what you want to give me, then yeah, quite happy to basically share that with you. You've been friendly to me thus far. I'm going to basically manage this sector here, the southern sector. So just added that to the realm here. And I do believe I actually have a construction ship here as well. The construction ship is actually going to be busy here building a mining station. So focusing on getting those extra resources in here as well. Which will include in this instance also the gargantuan ore. Cool. Right, keeping that game speed up at the top really if we can. Now what I'd like to do, I'd like to basically break this fleet in two. They are still upgrading, it looks like. Who's that?
Incoming transmission.
Ah. Okay, so they basically want to trade one for another. Quite happy to basically accept that. Research agreement. They want to basically help us out, which is fine.
Construction complete.
How much longer is this upgrade going to take? I was preparing ships for upgrade. How much is it going to cost? 1,400. I'm not quite sure they are actually upgrading already or not, or whether they're just waiting for enough resources to become available. Either way, let's briefly go back home and have a look at what we can do from our home world. Is there any growth of our sectors here? So this one looks almost to be within reach, but it's not quite. This one is not in my reach either yet. That one here though is just borderline, isn't it? It's right in between those two layers. It's really at the edge of our reach. Which is fine. It's just something to bear in mind that it's really getting close to where we could be. That one is already part of our domain, but that one is not. Now that one is... Ooh, yeah, we do have some options here now. Put some mining stations there. We do have some systems where we can actually do some upgrades again.
Colony established.
Right. Let's just have a look at where that world is. What is happening to the sector itself? So let's have a look at our planets and sectors. I can pump quite a bit of resource into that sector if I wanted to. I've got enough here on hand if I did need anything. Now who do I want to assign to this particular sector here? Lifespan. Ooh, that would be an interesting choice. Let's see what kind of impact that will have. It's resilient. It's a Gorf. Anyways, looking at the clock, I think it's about time for us to call it a day. So we're going to pause the actual game now. and I'm gonna actually exit the game, of course. But in the meantime, I'd like to say thanks again for joining me. I do sincerely hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. In the meantime, take care. Bye bye.